a game that it kind of feels like they ought to play it every year.
Handoff goes to Phillips. He's in. Iowa shattering any dreams Nebraska might have.
20, 15, 10, and Phillips with a score!
Noah Fant is streaking down the sideline
for the win.
Johnson turns on the speed, sets the touchdown rushing record.
Go to the sideline, big six.
Raiola, end zone, yes! Touchdown!
The Hawks are bowl eligible.
And the Cornhuskers are going bowling.
A lot of epic contests between Iowa and Nebraska. 14th consecutive time they've done it on Black Friday. Iowa holds a lead, recently winning 8 out of 9, but Nebraska won the last time in Iowa City. Matt Rule's the head coach for the Huskers, and he is with Zora Stevenson.
Coach, you said stopping the run game will be crucial in this one. How do you plan to go about doing that?
Well, I think the biggest thing is tackling. I mean, you could put all the bodies down there you want, but Caleb Johnson does such a great job running the football. They have guys who get off. They're great blockers running their outside zone. So we're gonna have to get off blocks and we're gonna have to tackle them.
Your offense is led by a true freshman, Dylan Raiola. What will you need from him tonight?
Well, I just want him to be him. He's one of the best players in the country. He's come a long, long way. This is a great crowd. Congratulations to Iowa. It's a great weather, great environment. This is Big Ten football. But this is why he came to Nebraska, to play in games like this. And just want to go out there, trust his teammates, trust the play call, just be himself.
You mentioned great weather. Others would beg to differ, dipping into the teens by the end of this one. How does the cold temperatures impact your game plan?
I don't think it impacts us too much. I mean, the wind's not terrible today. There's a little bit more right now than I thought. But, both teams are Midwest teams. We're both used to this. We both practice in this. So it'll hurt a little bit more tomorrow when the guys get up. But, I think just how the ball travels maybe. But I think it's just going to be a great football game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Zora, Coach, thank you very much. At some point, maybe Coach Rule will work his way into a stocking cap. 20 is as warm as it's going to be. It'll soon be in the teens. Little bit windy, as Matt Rule pointed out. Feels like it's 10 degrees right now. Kirk Ferentz is quite used to this. The dean of college football coaches in his 26th season on the Iowa sidelines. Couple of wins away from being the all-time winningest, passing Woody Hayes in Big Ten history. Nebraska won the toss here tonight. They defer, so the Hawkeye offense will be on the field to begin this one. Dylan Raiola can continue warming up on the sideline. And for the first time since 2016, we can say that each one of these teams in this game is on their way to a bowl game. Iowa comes in with 7 wins, but Nebraska did capture that 6th win, and they will be going bowling somewhere for the first time in the last 7 seasons. There is Jackson Stratton, the third-year quarterback, the walk-on from Colorado State. What a story he has become, about to start for the 2nd time. Wasn't asked to do a whole lot last weekend at Maryland, but did it well. As expected, very good crowd here tonight in spite of the very cold temperatures. 23 seniors were honored before this one started for the Hawkeyes, and they're anxious to get out there. Brian Buschini is also the punter for the Cornhuskers, and he will kick off tonight. And back deep to receive for Iowa. He's having an excellent season. Caden Weegan. He had 3 consecutive with 100 combined return yards, punt, and kickoff. First time that's happened in nearly 50 years. You see both of these players with their hands inside of muffs, keeping them warm here. And we are underway, Iowa and Nebraska. Weegan from 1.5 yards deep. Full head of steam. And he struck right when he got out past the 30-yard line. Iowa's starting offense delivered by Papa John's. It's a group built on the ground game. No surprise, the DNA of this program. Veterans up front, as Colt mentioned off the top. Caleb Johnson leading the Big Ten in rushing and coming off an excellent game at Maryland.
It's going to be a fun matchup to watch tonight, Paul. Everybody in the world watching this game knows that Iowa is going to feed number 2 tonight.
Saw that season high in carries last week at Maryland, 35. See what he gets to here tonight. 1st and 10, they turn the wrong way. Eventually gets the pitch, but makes it only to the 30-yard line. A tackle for a loss right away. He loses 2. So Jackson Stratton, the Hawkeyes have an unlikely story here at quarterback. A walk-on who transferred to Iowa this summer after 2 years at Colorado State. The start of this month, he was 4th string running the scout team. Injuries pushed him to the top of the depth chart. He starts for the 2nd week in a row here tonight. Second down 11. Johnson again met at the line of scrimmage. This time got one, but that brings up 3rd and long.
It's a good start by Nebraska. Their goal is to penetrate this offensive line and stop number 2 in the backfield. Don't let him get going. It's a great job crashing the edge right there by Nebraska's defensive line. Linebackers filling. And if you're Jackson Stratton, 3rd and 10 on your first drive of the game is not exactly ideal.
This quarterback, they want to manage the game a handful of times. You have to cut it loose and make a big play, like 3rd down 11. 4-man rush. Stratton out of the backfield, across the 30 and only to the 33. Husker defense produces a 3-and-out right away.
That's what Coach Rule talked about. He wanted great tackling, especially when you're trying to tackle number 2. Is a swing pass out to him on 3rd down. Marquise Buford brings him down. Best start you could ask for Nebraska's defense.
Reese Dakin in to punt here from Melbourne, Australia. Then a nice job taking over for Tory Taylor. Ja'Cory Barney standing on his own 22. No rush. Barney, fair catch. Goes down to his knees, brings it in at the 23-yard line. Nebraska's starting offense delivered by Papa John's. It has been a pass-first attack all season, but Emmett Johnson at running back is ascending as the season gets longer. Nearly hit 200 yards last week of yards from scrimmage in that win over the Badgers. So you've got Dylan Raiola, you've got Emmett Johnson, and there you have Dana Holgorsen, 3rd consecutive game calling plays. Started out the season as a consultant at TCU. He got the call from Matt Rule a day after the loss to UCLA and said, come help me fix this. Said, I'll get you 7 to 10 extra points a game. Here's their first possession. Raiola, well protected. Johnson struck. Quinn Schulte, safety in his 39th consecutive start. Dylan Raiola has started every game this season, the only true freshman quarterback in the Big Ten to do so. He's lived the ups and the downs you'd expect, coming off perhaps his best game of the season in the win over Wisconsin. Second down 8. Now they try Johnson. Nothing there. Picks up one, just like Iowa. Nebraska will face 3rd and long to start. Jay Higgins over 100 tackles again with the stop.
Yeah, we're going to call Jay Higgins' name all night long. Here he is. Watch him just fill this gap on Emmett Johnson as Emmett's running downhill. You talked about Emmett Johnson. Got a lot of touches last week. Really made a difference on this offense, but there's nowhere for him to go right there. Jay Higgins is an unbelievable leader for this Iowa defense.
3rd and 6. Raiola, back foot, floats it. And what a grab at the 40. Going up tall was Jamal Banks for 13 and a Husker first down.
Really nice catch by Jamal Banks on the sideline. And I was holding him to a long 3rd down. And when you can go up and make plays like that, Jamal Banks over the DB, I mean, he is a big, strong, physical receiver. And when it's cold like this, it's hard to go pluck the ball like that. Great job by Jamal Banks, first 3rd down of the game.
Raiola starts out 1 for 1. Big assist on the ups from Jamal Banks. To throw again. Lets this one go deep down the middle. Too much. Had Jalen Lloyd with a step on the defense. 2nd down 10 and a new helmet for Raiola.
I love being aggressive right here by Dylan Raiola, taking a shot down the field, but he had Ja'Cory Barney running free across the middle, wide open. He may look back on that one. You know, early in this game, you want to take the things that are right there. Dillon takes a shot. Now he has to go switch his helmet.
We saw Dana Holgorsen a little bit ago frustrated, and now with Raiola over changing helmets, perhaps the communication system was not working. You could see him gesturing toward it. Issues on the Husker sideline, 2nd down 10. From the shotgun. Good hole for Emmett Johnson. He's got another first down. Huskers now inside of Hawkeye territory. Big run from Emmett Johnson for 19 yards.
Yeah, we talked early on about Iowa's offensive line. I want you to watch this push from Nebraska's offensive line. Look at this hole that Emmett Johnson gets to run through. I mean, that is some displacement by the offensive line. Emmett Johnson does a nice job. Again, last week, coming off his best performance, getting him the rock early. Good for Nebraska.
Season high 113 last week. Raiola again protected, again connects. Another Nebraska first down. He hooks up his tight end, Nate Borkircher. Nebraska is clicking.
Really nice touch pass here by Dylan Raiola. And if you're Iowa and you play cover 2, this is the void that you want to attack. Right behind the corner before he gets up onto the safety. Dylan does a nice job standing in the pocket, getting an easy completion on the sidelines there versus cover 2.
Season high 2 catches last week for Borkircher. Halfway there now. Kirk Ferentz saw his offense go 3 and out. Now watching Dylan Raiola do some work. Handoff and around left side to the 14-yard line. That's Ramir Johnson in. He picks up 1. Iowa's defense packed full of familiar names, seniors. Jay Higgins at linebacker, pretty good place to start. We've already called his name, having a terrific season. 2nd in the Big Ten in tackles.
Yeah, these 2 linebackers, Jay Higgins, Nick Jackson, I mean, they are the heart and soul of this defense. This Iowa defensive line does a great job up front, 2-gapping, holding their guys, and these linebackers just chase the ball everywhere it goes.
Good mix of the run and the pass here on Nebraska's first possession. And a Johnson up the middle, shifting to the right side and brought down just before he got to the 15-yard line. Jay Higgins in for the stop, but that's a gain of 5.
Yeah, look, if you're Dana Holgorsen, you know, you got to make drives count. You're playing against Iowa. We know Iowa's DNA. They're going to run the ball, they're going to play good defense, and they're going to control the clock. So when you get a big 3rd down conversion like Dillon did early in this drive, now you're in scoring territory. Really nice job by Dana Holgorsen in this offense. First time touching the ball tonight.
Holgorsen brought in with one task: narrow the playbook down, lessen it, get the freshman quarterback's eyes where they're supposed to be, and let him get the ball out early. 3rd and 4. 4-man rush. Raiola underneath. No first down, a completion to the 15. Higgins is there to prevent the catch and run for Isaiah Nair. Gain of 1, and here comes the field goal unit.
This is what Iowa's defense does to you. They're always in the right spot. They're sound. They're never going to mess up in their coverages and protections. Right here playing zone. Runs right into Jay Higgins. Perfect in his spot drop zone. Iowa's defense holding Nebraska to a field goal here.
John Hole on the freshman from Lincoln. 3 for 3 last week. First effort from 31 yards out. Draws it in just enough. Good variety for the Cornhuskers on that first drive, but the run and the pass leads to 3 points. That rules Huskers with an early lead here in Iowa City.
Walmart deals of desire.
Gentlemen.
History here inside of Kinnick Stadium. And that's saying something with all the November games that have taken place here. You knew there'd be some fans, Colt, without sleeves on. It's a tradition.
You love to see it.
Do you?
Wearing those overalls, no shirt. I'm glad I'm up here with my coat on.
This guy from Texas, he knew right away. The sweater, the coat, it all works tonight. Nebraska up 3-0. Caden Weegham, his second return. And out to the 24-yard line. So Jackson Stratton comes out hoping for better things than they saw in that first possession when they went the wrong way, 3 and out. starting for the second time. He was running the scout team just 4 weeks ago, Colt. And it's one thing when you're a backup who can watch the varsity run the plays and kind of absorb it. He was on a different part of the practice field, unaware of the game plans for most of the season.
Yeah, it really is impressive. But going on the road in the Big Ten, finding a way to win, I think it really impressed this team. I think it really impressed the coaches. It says a lot that he's out here playing when Brendan Sullivan is suited out.
Caleb Johnson has -1 yard to start this drive, and you can add to that in the wrong direction. Loses 2 that time as Nebraska continues to win up front. Robinson and Sherman there to take over. So Iowa's offense, the rushing game, the passing game, it's a great way to start the look at this offense for Kirk Ferentz. They lead the Big Ten in rushing yards, last in the Big Ten in passing yards. Second 11, Stratton to pass, over the middle. Checks it down out to the 30-yard line. Finds his tight end, Luke Lachey. The senior on senior night picks up 7.
Yeah, I walked down to the field early just to watch Jackson Stratton throw the football. This guy can spin it. I mean, that ball comes out with some velocity. Right there, a really good job making a quick decision, finding his security blanket. Tight end's your best friend, Luke Lachey, getting him back into a 3rd and manageable situation.
3rd down and 4 when you can run or pass. Tim Lester talking about that arm strength. The offensive coordinator said arm strength will not be a problem here for Jackson Stratton. 3rd and 4, all out blitz up the middle. Well protected, takes a shot. Too much. Jariat Bowie had a chance there. Sierra Wright, the coverage. It's 4th down.
Yeah, Jackson Stratton just overshot him a hair, but really nice job up front by Iowa's offensive line, and Caleb Johnson protection gives him enough time to make this throw. That's going to be the matchup to watch tonight. Can Nebraska's DBs play man coverage and allow Nebraska's front to just swarm the quarterback, stop the run, rush the passer? They get off the field right there in 3rd down. Really good start for Nebraska's defense so far tonight.
2 possessions, 2 3-and-outs. Reese Dakin, this time he's rushed, gets it away. Ja'Cory Barney. Second fair catch, this time at the 37-yard line. Kirk Ferentz will watch his defense go to work. Nebraska enjoying an early lead in Iowa City.
Baby. My pride and joy. And wait till you see the other 2 surprises. A joyful bundle of 3.
3?
I was thinking of gifting 1 to each of you. I got AT&T's bundle of 3. iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence for me, and iPad and Apple Watch for you.
Get iPhone 16 Pro on us, plus iPad and Apple Watch for 99 cents per month each, and save up to $1,700.
Get tickets now for the most magical event of the year. Wicked is rated PG and hits theaters now. Don't miss the spectacular cinematic events. Iowa and Nebraska here. Day after Thanksgiving tradition. Nebraska's had the ball once. Nice long drive down the field, ended by a field goal. They take over here for the second time now on top 3-0. And this offense coming off their best performance of the Matt Rhule 2-year era last week in that win over Wisconsin. 44 points, the best he has seen yet. Dowdell, the tailback, with his first carry. The Oregon transfer moves a pile across the 40-yard line for a nice gain here on 1st down of 5. We go to the field and check in with Zora.
Well, Paul, we all saw Dylan Raiola switch helmets during Nebraska's first offensive possession. While he was on the bench, there was a lot of shuffling on the Nebraska sideline just to make sure that all the headsets are working. So Coach Rhule, offensive coordinator Dana Holgerston, and Dylan Raiola all had their equipment worked on. They're hoping that it's up and running now.
Hey, Zora, thank you. Hard enough to come on the road and play in the cold with everything working. Raiola again well protected. And he missed that time. He had Thomas Fidone open. That brings up 3rd down.
And what Nebraska's doing a good job right now is nobody's getting to Dylan Raiola. He's upright. He's out there. He's got time to throw the football. Just overshot his tight end right there. But another third down situation coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa tries to get a little bit of heat on Dylan Raiola here.
Yeah, they've been rushing 4, and as you talked about, they haven't been affecting him at all. This is 3rd and 5. This time again, it's 4. Closing in. They got it. Sacked at the 35-yard line. Ethan Hurkett gets home, and that's a loss of 6.
Yeah, there you go. They're going to bring number 48, Max Llewellyn, in. He's one of their best pass rushers. And what you notice about Iowa when you turn the tape on is they're so disciplined and poised in their rushes. When number 48, Max Llewellyn, comes underneath, he stays up high, and it's just an easy fallback sack for the Iowa Hawkeyes. So disciplined and sound in their rush lanes. Ball kind of comes out right there. I think Dylan does a nice job of falling on it, but really good job by their rush there on 3rd down.
Brian Buschini, 46-yard average. He's rushed, gets it away. Caden Weegan backing up from his 18. Tries the other side. Turns on the Jets. Good pickup down the far sideline. Caden Weegan has been a weapon all season. Ethan Hurkett had the big interception at the end of last year's game in Lincoln. Comes up with the early sack in Iowa City. Nebraska leads 3-0.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fare claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
Early in the tenure for Matt Rule's 2 years there. Couldn't quite find that 6th win, though, until last week at home against the Badgers. Got over the hump with a big win. Continued a pattern for Matt Rule. Bowl eligibility in year 2, just like he did in Philly, and also in Waco. Caleb Johnson around the right side picks up 5 on 1st down. He talked to us this week about the tangible feeling inside the stadium last weekend in that win. Said, I felt like I was celebrating with 90,000 people and an entire state as they exhaled.
Yeah, just a big relief for Nebraska football in general, especially Coach Rule. Getting that 6th win, knowing that they're going to get all those extra practices during bowl week, to be helpful for everybody.
Kirk Ferentz to be relieved that their offense was a little better here. 6 plays, 6 yards to start. Stratton had that ball tipped and knocked down. And an early pattern continues here, Colt. That's Iowa facing a 3rd and medium to 3rd and long.
Yeah,
John Bullock knocked that down.
This is the matchup we're going to see. They're crowding the line of scrimmage, obviously trying to stop the running back. And here's John Bullock, jumps up, gets his hand on the football. They're trying to attack these one-on-ones. Look for them to keep targeting Jacob Gill, Seth Anderson. But again, 3rd drive of the game, and you're sitting in 3rd and long. It's not where Iowa wants to be right now.
And last week they ran it 58 times, passed it only 14. Forced into throwing more tonight. 3rd down 6. Early movement. Husker in the backfield. First time tonight, we'll check in with referee Chris Coit.
Offside in the neutral zone, causing the offense to false start. Defense number 90. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd and 6 becomes 3rd and 1, just like that.
Yeah, good job by Jackson Stratton. Using his cadence, they line up in an empty formation. I mean, this is the biggest start of Jackson Stratton's life. Gets him from a 3rd and 6 to a 3rd and 1. Got to think they hand the ball to number 2 right here.
Jazian Patterson, actually the tailback next to Stratton here on 3rd and 1. He gets it right up the middle. I don't think he got there. Nebraska's veteran D-line continues to show up big.
Decision time for Iowa here, sitting right at midfield. I got to think you go for this all day long.
Offense on the field. Now they jog off. They're on the Nebraska side of the field. On the 49, the crowd lets you know what they think.
Crowd doesn't like it, but this is Kirk Ferentz to a T. He's playing field position. This is what Iowa does. They're going to try to pin Nebraska deep and play good defense.
Reese
Heads up on a fake, though.
Taken in for his 3rd punt, plausibly. Did get it off. Ja'Cory Barney, another fair catch. On the 17-yard line, Dakin didn't quite pin them the way he wanted to. We've got rivalry. We've got cold dipping down into the teens. We've got a Nebraska defense playing awfully well, too. They lead 3-0.
Walmart deals of desire.
By stand up to all hate. Call a timeout against hate. So look at the scene on Wednesday evening, or last night, the Thanksgiving meal for the Iowa Hawkeye, the football team at the football complex. You're not with your actual family, you're with your family away from home. Lots of interesting headgear tonight for both sides as they battle for the Heroes Trophy and try to stay warm in all those ways you can stay warm in the stands. Nebraska has an early field goal and a 3-0 lead. Two backs in the game, Emmett Johnson and Ramir Johnson. Setting up the screen. Good catch by Emmett Johnson. Cut back, shakes a tackle. Nice job by Emmett Johnson. 13 catches in the last 2 games alone. His first tonight gets 10.
Yeah, we talked to Dana about all the players we got to come in and evaluate that first week he was here. Number 21, Emmett Johnson, was a guy he wanted to get touches to. You saw it last week. Here you go early in this game, getting a screen to him, making a guy miss, grinding out those extra yards. Good job there by Emmett Johnson.
39 touches the last 2 games, by far the busiest workload in a 2-game stretch of his career. This is Ramir Johnson. He cuts it back up the middle. Falls forward out to the 33-yard line. Picks up 5. So we talked to Dylan Raiola this week, the true freshman quarterback, about the ebbs and flows of his season. I said, what was a low point? He said, you know what, that Indiana game. Walked into the locker room after the game. Nobody knew what happened. Part of a 4-game losing streak. Leans on the ground game here. Back up the middle for Ramir Johnson. Picks up a few, so that was the team low. As for him individually, you know there's going to be some good times and some bad times. And Colt, I look at the middle of that season when they had that 4-game losing streak. Look at all those interceptions.
Yeah, listen, he's a freshman. He went through this little lull, 3 or 4 games. I think when Dana has come in, he's brought life to this. I mean, this looked like a different team last week against Wisconsin. Dylan's playing very poised. He's finding ways to get playmakers the ball. Look for Ja'Cory Barney right here to get a touch.
He wears number 17, fellow true freshman. Look at that protection again. This time, goes down. Didn't see what he likes. Ethan Hurkett with his 2nd sack for a loss of 9.
It's a good job here. Dylan Raiola really has a lot of time, but this secondary on the back end has everybody covered. Here comes Ethan Hurkett on this side. He just plays with a lot of energy, beats the left tackle, finds Dylan Raiola in the backfield, but really it's a coverage sack. He goes to his first read, his second read, nobody's there. You can't do that all night long. Ethan Hurkett gets a big sack on 2nd down, puts him in a long 3rd down situation here.
Kirk Ferentz telling us when we talked to him this week, we like the matchup with Hurkett against the one trying to block him. 3rd and 13. Empty backfield. Out of the backfield, Emmett Johnson has serious work to do and won't get there. Picks up only a couple. Xavier Wampa from his safety spot makes the stop to bring up 4th down. Going to be the last play of the first quarter here. Each side had the ball 3 times, and Nebraska has 3 points.
Going back to not going for it on 4th down, playing the field position game, punts it back and gives exactly what Iowa's defense wanted.
Time now for one of the best traditions in all of college football. Iowa about to get the ball back on offense. So far, Cole, 9 plays, 10 total yards. How do they get it going?
The Nebraska's defense has come to play. They're crowding the box. They're forcing Jackson Stratton to throw the football. They haven't got any explosive plays there. They just have to continue to feed number 2, Caleb Johnson, as best they can. That's going to open up everything. And like we said, he's a workhorse. He gets better and better as the game goes on. They just haven't really got him going yet. They got to stick to it.
Stick to it on the ground game, Colt, is something that Iowa normally does very well, but he has 4 carries for 2 yards so far. Big credit to that Husker defensive front 7.
Big credit to the front 7. Big credit to Tony White. It's playing out as good as he could have hoped for. And these guys up front, Ty Robinson, Nash Hutmaker, they're the disruptors. They're stunning. They're moving. They're crowding the box. These linebackers are flying around. They've done a nice job containing the Big Ten leading rusher, Caleb Johnson, so far.
4th and 11. Nebraska set to punt it away. I asked for Matt Rule at the top of the show to find a hat. He has found a hat. I asked for a number of these fans to find something to put on over the top. Temperatures in the teens. Caden Weegan back ready. Standing on his own 25. Almost got there. No penalty. Bushini did go down. Takes an out of bounce there out to the 40-yard line.
Looking at the Nebraska defensive line right here, they are physical and they're strong. Nash Hutmaker, Ty Robinson, they're winning their one-on-one battles. The line of scrimmage is not moving, and it's allowing these linebackers, John Bullock, Mekhi Bayer, MJ Sherman, to crash the edges and really put Iowa's offense in a pickle right now. Caleb Johnson only has a few yards rushing.
He only has a couple, actually, and Jackson Stratton 2 out of 4 for 8 yards. Caleb Johnson is the tailback here to start this drive. He takes it off the right side. Again, nothing there. Stacked up for another loss. John Bullock, the middle linebacker, was there.
John Bullock, we've called his name a few times tonight. He is flying around, but it's all because these guys up front are holding their own. Watch Nash Hutmaker right here on the edge, just not giving up any movement. It's allowing everybody to crash the gaps. John Bullock flying around, making plays. When you hit number 2 in the backfield, that's when you're playing good defense.
Huskers had 3 tackles for loss last week against Wisconsin. 3 already here tonight. To the air, Jackson Stratton out of the backfield, ball knocked down. Ball was batted down by outside linebacker Mekhi Bayer, and again, 3rd down long.
We talked about early in the broadcast, bring your hard hat if you're Nebraska's defensive line, and that's exactly what they've done. Getting a tip right there. This is not where Iowa wants to be, playing 3rd and long over and over in this game.
Just saw Tony White, defensive coordinator, 2nd season in that role under Matt Rule. 3rd down 11, 4-man rush. As he's hit as he throws, incomplete, wanted Caleb Johnson. That's his 4th consecutive incompletion, and another punt coming for Iowa.
Ty Robinson got there quick. They came into this game knowing we got to stop the run, but when you give me a chance to rush the passer, I am pinning my ears back. There's a swim move on the right guard, and he is right in the backfield, right in front of Jackson Stratton. Can't set his feet, can't make the throw. Another big stop for Nebraska's defense.
4 possessions, 4 punts for Iowa. And a fair catch on the 24-yard line. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda that time. Let's go to the field and check in with Zora.
Well, defensive lineman Ty Robinson could have declared for the draft last year, and even after Coach Rule told him to go, Robinson said he was coming back. That decision has bonded the 2 of them. Coach Rule got emotional talking about Robinson and the rest of the seniors that will get the opportunity to play in a bowl game this year. Robinson told me he's finishing the season just the way he wanted.
This game, Zora getting off just the way he wanted. Said this was a hateful rivalry to him. So far, it's his side on top. Emmett Johnson. He's met in the backfield. He loses 2 yards. Aaron Graves, one of the seniors honored here before the game.
Really good play there by Aaron Graves. this D-line led by him and Y.A. Black. We called Ethan Hurkett's name a couple times, rushing the passer, Max Llewellyn. But up front in the interior, these are big, strong, physical guys. Made a play there.
Raiola an efficient 6 out of 8 to get going here. 4-man rush, well protected. Ball tipped and incomplete. Jamal Banks got his hands on it, but it was touched right before it got to him to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, good job there by Nick Jackson getting his hand on this football just enough to disrupt this pass. Jamal Banks had some space to run and get some extra yards there. When you play this Iowa defense, I talked about, they're always in the right spot.
Raiola avoiding pressure. Keeps it himself. And he got close. He's 2 yards short. Good effort from the freshman, not enough. Got 9, needed 11.
Really good coverage here by Iowa, sitting in a too-high shell, playing some two-man. When you play two-man, nobody has the quarterback. Dillon recognizes it, tries to make a first down with his feet. Unfortunately, just comes up a couple yards short.
Dana Holgerson, offensive coordinator, not happy with that. The offense stayed on the field. He's talking to freshman receiver Ja'Cory Barney. Offense stayed out there for a couple of counts, but it is the punt team. Ryan Buschini. Game of punts so far, back and forth. Penalty marker down.
Delay of game. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Matt Rule said, that's my fault. They'll take those 5 yards. Yep. They had that hesitation, looked like they were considering going for it, and in the end that cost them 5 yards.
Backed up this far. This is the right move to punt this football here. Delay game doesn't really kill you. Rather save a timeout.
Off the side of his foot, shanked it. Out of bounds before Weegan had a chance. Let's see where they mark it. Barely got a piece of that one. Iowa will begin inside of Nebraska territory, their best field position yet, trailing by 3.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough, for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun?
Yeah, let's do it. The Green Bay Packers face the Detroit Lions as Thursday Night Football is on. Stream Thursday Night Football, only on Prime.
Picks up 11. Prior to that, they had 1 total yard rushing.
That's a good job by Iowa. Coming out, they got the ball at midfield, getting Caleb Jones the ball. This is the first time I've seen Iowa's offensive line able to get up on the second level to these linebackers. That's when Iowa Hawkeyes are playing their style of football, getting a hat on a hat. Good job by Caleb Johnson there, picking up 10 yards.
Averaging nearly 7 yards per rush this season. Stratton on the move. And he'll keep it himself. Wanted to throw, kept it for a gain of 4. So Iowa's offense, we've mentioned, #1 in the Big Ten in rushing. Another way to look at that, Colt, 8 consecutive games, a school record, over 200 yards, and they got nothing there in that first quarter.
Yeah, they were shut down pretty good in the first quarter. Nice to get a good run there. If you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football. It's a dream to play here at Iowa and be in a situation like this in a rivalry game. Making it physical up front. They just got to continue to lean on Nebraska's defensive line.
Haven't gotten any push on these second down situations, bringing up a number of 3rd down and longs. This is 2nd down 8. Johnson again and again stuffed. Loss of 1, outside linebacker MJ Sherman, the first one there.
Again, great job by Nebraska's D-line. Riley Van Poppel, MJ Sherman right here on this left side. Just the line of scrimmage never moves. They're playing on Iowa's side of the football. And when they do that, there's nowhere for Caleb Johnson to run. When you throw it on first down, you don't get much. You got to run it, and then on second down, you don't. This is where you don't want to be if you're Iowa, with great field position, now stuck in another 3rd and long.
0 for 4 converting 3rd down so far. Need to get to the 29. Linebacker blitz. Stratton lets it go. Incomplete, contact, and no flag. Jacob Gill, the intended receiver. Hartzog Jr. with the coverage.
Lots of contact there at the end of this play. Jackson Stratton recognizes man-to-man coverage. He goes after his speed guy, Jacob Gill. There's a hand fight there. There's a little bit of grabbing. Hartzog has his eyes back around on the football. I think that's what the ref saw. Didn't throw the flag. That's quite a bit of contact, though.
Stratton now 2 out of 7. One of the reasons Iowa, 5 possessions, 5 punts for Kirk Ferentz. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda standing on his own 8-yard line. Reese Dakin, end over end punt. Iowa throws it back to the 5. Special teams playing their part. John Nestor making the play there at the goal line. That's how you do it just before he touched the goal line. Nebraska will be backed up when we come back.
Shop Etsy's Cyber Spectacular until December 3rd for up to 60% off all kinds of gifts, carefully crafted by small business.
Turning into the game that Kirk Ferentz wants. You know, they had an opportunity to go for it at midfield. They didn't. They punted. They are winning this field position battle. Now they've got Nebraska pinned back on their own 5-yard line. This defense is very good. Very much so a bend, don't break type of defense.
Phil Parker, 26th season here, has been here with Kirk Ferentz the entire time. First 13 years as the defensive backs coach, 13th season as the defensive coordinator. Dante Dowdell, the tailback, 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Trying to get a little cushion there up the middle, picked up 2 to 3. And you've got Dylan Raiola, true freshman quarterback, looking out at Phil Parker's defense that honored 8 senior starters here on senior night.
Yeah, Phil Parker does a great job here. I mean, Dylan Raiola told us this week when we talked to him, he said, look, Kirk Ferentz and Phil Parker were coaching at Iowa before I was even born. These guys are very good at what they do. They're sound, they're disciplined, really don't let any balls go over the top.
And they were together 6 seasons before Dylan was born. From his 1-yard line. Gets a little back there, nice cut, and a first down, Nebraska. Well done, Jamal Banks, to pick up 9 and move the chains.
It's a good job by Dylan Raiola here. You're backed up, it's loud, it's cold. He does a nice job with the motion, snapping it on time, no panic. Jamal Banks, he's an older receiver, transferred from Wake, does a nice job just feeling the zone, sitting in the soft spot. Easy pitch and catch for Dylan Raiola and Jamal Banks.
We heard about all the talent in the offseason, but that right there was maturity and poise, standing on his own 1-yard line, as you said, no panic. Picking up the first. Back to the ground game, cut back up the middle. Good play on first down. Nick Jackson, the outside linebacker, makes the stop, but that's a gain of 5.
You see what Dana's brought to this offense. I mean, Dowdell's getting touches, Ramir Johnson's getting touches, Emmett Johnson is getting touches. He rotates these backs. They're all a little bit different. They bring a little bit different attributes to the table. Emmett Johnson is really your back that can throw screens to, throw checkdowns to. He's got good hands. But right there, Dowdell runs downhill, stays ahead of the chains.
Johnson already 7 touches, rushing and receiving. Right up the middle, hit from the backside. Gain of 1, 3rd down and 4 up next for the Huskers. They got that 3 points courtesy of their very first drive, ending with a John Hull 31-yard field goal. It's been all defense, both sides, ever since.
It sure has. I was played well for Nebraska. 3rd and manageable situation. Find your playmakers. Corey Barney, a young, talented freshman. They got him the ball in a lot of different ways last week. Look for him on this 3rd down.
Third down 4. Raiola looking, struck, gets it away. right at the sticks, the ball caught. Incredible play by Raiola. Ja'Cory Barney, as you called for, Cole, got it. It's going to be short.
Really good job by Iowa's defense. This is the plan. We're going to rush forward. We're going to play zone coverage. Lots of eyes back there. There's nowhere for Dylan Raiola to go. Unbelievable job getting that ball out of his hands and find Ja'Cory Barney. I think they have their offense on the field.
Offense stayed on the field in the huddle. 4th down and less than a yard on their own 28. Movement left side. Go back them up 5 yards.
False start, offense, number 77, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Gunnar Gatula, left tackle.
I think this was a situation where Dylan Raiola was just going to use his snap count and try to get the defense to jump off sides, and unfortunately Gunnar Gatula has a little bit too much juice. False start right there. So I like the idea of what Nebraska was trying to do. They just didn't execute very well. Now they're going to have to settle for a punt.
Iowa playing the long game, didn't go for it, pinned them deep. Buschini now punting away, standing on his own 8-yard line. Caden Legion, fair catch on the 41. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Joshua Perry for a game break.
Thanks, Paul. We got some clean, old-fashioned hate. Georgia Tech on the road at number 7, Georgia. Tech on the board first, trying to add to it, but Haynes King is going to miss this touchdown pass, and then kicker Aiden Burr misses a short kick. Still 3-0, Georgia Tech.
Josh, you used that word hates. Come back to what Ty Robinson, veteran defensive lineman for Nebraska, told us this week. This is a hateful rivalry between the Huskers and the Hawkeyes, and so far, the Nebraska defensive line, Hutmaker, Robinson, all upperclassmen starting. They've gotten the upper hand. 5 possessions and 5 punts for Iowa. Caleb Johnson, gap off the right side. Strong finish out to the 46-yard line. Gain of 4. With Caleb Johnson, it was a good sign for Iowa fans. The first Big Ten game of the season against Minnesota. Over 200 yards. He has 8 100-yard games this season.
I mean, he's impressive. He is very impressive. He has a great contact balance. When usually the first guy doesn't bring him down. That's a really nice open field tackle by Isaac Gifford.
They come right back up the middle, and Nebraska's defense stout once again. Only a gain of 1.
The plan for Nebraska's defense is very clear after the first quarter and here or in the second quarter. They're crowding the box. They're putting everybody in there. Safety's in the box, and they're playing man-to-man outside and saying, we're not going to let you beat you with the run. Jackson Stratton's going to have to beat us with his arm.
Averaging over 200 yards, and tonight only 12. They've been in this spot a number of times. 3rd down and 4. Jackson Stratton so far just 2 out of 7. Only 3-man rush. Looking, still looking, sacked. James Williams got free, and that's a loss of 6.
Really good job by Nebraska's defense here, just like we talked about. They're going to play coverage, known 3rd down situation. Iowa's got to pass the football. They've got everybody gloved, collapsed the pocket. James Williams does a nice job bringing Jackson Stratton down for another 3rd down stop for Nebraska's defense.
20 total yards on 6 possessions. They're coming after it. They got a piece of it. Or at least he got away a poor punt. They rushed him into a poor effort there. Take a look here and see how close they got. Almost got a finger on it. Husker offense back on the field right after this.
She's just my little auntie.
I know. You just got that stare, you know, that look like she can see straight through you. Is the temperature, is it okay?
wishing you the joy of connection at the Lincoln Wishlist sales event. Select competitive Conquest owners and lessees get $2,000 Conquest cash on all 2024 and select 2025 Lincoln models.
2, please. Thank you.
Dad, that's Matt Liner.
Twins.
Twins?
Hey, look at us. Team Discover in the house.
Too much.
I like your style. Discover cashback, am I right? That's how we roll. Hey, maybe we'll see you out in the stands. Nah, I'm just here for cashback.
Earn cash back at the places you like to shop. Discover, proud sponsor of the Big Ten.
Merry Christmas.
It's that moment.
It's a gift.
It's a present!
When a wish becomes true.
The present? For me?
A person feels seen.
I just thought, God forbid, something happens to that one.
I knew you would like that. That's your color.
And to be seen is to be loved.
Thanks, Mom.
Give the gifts that show you get them. Well,
a lot of snow and cold coming. Tremendous tight ends playing here at Iowa recently. George Kittle celebrating a victory against the Huskers with the Heroes Trophy. It goes back and forth here. Yep, it's that kind of night. Cover up, settle in. A lot of defense here at Iowa City. Nebraska up 3-0. Taken over here, Emmett Johnson. Swung out to the right side, nothing there. Take a look at the big shots, and we take a peek inside the Nebraska offensive backfield.
Yeah, Emmett Johnson. Tonight he's already had 3 catches. You see him right there trying to find a lane to run in. But he's brought some juice to this offense. Finding ways to get them the football has really been helpful. Dana Holgerson, I think, came in and said, why is this guy not getting a ton of touches? Let's get him more involved. He's certainly made a big difference for Nebraska.
As brought to you by Nissan. Raiola back foot. Ja'Cory Barney, big gain. Freshman to midfield. The Big Ten Freshman of the Week gets 24 yards.
Really nice play by Dylan Raiola, but even better job by Emmett Johnson. Watch him step up and make this block and give Dylan some time to throw this football down the field to Ja'Cory Barney. Just gets behind the second layer of the defense, running an over route. He had him open early in the game. This time he finds him, hits him. There's your first explosive play here for Nebraska's offense.
Jackson Stratton has 8 yards passing for Iowa. Raiola 84 for Nebraska. Good cutback by Johnson. And a good finish as well, picks up 9. Xavier Wampa, the safety, makes the stop.
You talk about Emmett Johnson and what he brings to the table. He can block in protection, but he's shifty. Watch this jump cut right there. Boom, boom. Finds the hole, lowers his pads, fights for 2 or 3 more yards. Really good job by Nebraska's offensive line.
Backup quarterback Heinrich Harburg is in the game, lined up as a tight end. 2nd down 1. Johnson skips out just enough for a first down, picks up 2. Cold weather will not bother him, Cold. He's from the Twin Cities in Minneapolis. Emailed this week, he said one of his best games was when it was 0 and snow and ice on the sideline. Bring this weather on tonight.
I wish I had some gloves up here. A little chilly.
I thought I saw you with some gloves earlier.
Not chilly for these guys. Nebraska, Emmett Johnson, Dylan Raiola seems to be throwing it pretty well.
2-minute timeout coming up. 1st and 10. Johnson from the backside, dragged down. Picked up 2. That was Sebastian Castro on the blitz. 2-minute timeout. Iowa City with Nebraska leading Iowa 3-0. And now let's take a special look at Disney's new epic adventure, Mufasa, the Lion King, in theaters everywhere, December 20th.
Well, what do we have here? Move your head.
Travis Hunter as well. That's all coming up. Xfinity halftime is a few moments away. Nebraska's offense tonight, not big numbers, but much, much better than their counterparts tonight. Way outgaining the Hawkeyes and on the move here late in the 2nd quarter. Raiola, time, and a strike. Jamal Banks to the 25.
I love this play design by Dana Holgorsen. He's going to motion the back all the way to the field and leave you some one-on-one slant routes on the backside. And Jamal Banks catching the ball away from his body on the run. It's the second time he's gone up and plucked the ball out of the air in this cold weather. Really strong hands.
Weather not bothering Raiola. He's 10 out of 19 for 96 yards. First and 10. Emmett Johnson finds the right side down to the 17-yard line. A little bit short of a first down. Jay Higgins makes the stop.
The clock's running right here for Nebraska. Best thing they could do right here is finish this drive with a kick. They've got 3 timeouts left. They get the ball coming back in the second half. Points are critical if you're Nebraska right here.
Have a field goal kicker who's made 9 consecutive as well. Raiola keeps it himself, dives for the first down. Down to the 12-yard line, picks up 6. Clock stops momentarily. Again, they do have all 3 timeouts left, and they use 1.
Cool little play design here, kind of playing off the zone read, giving Dylan Raiola a little bit of the run-pass options, trying to hit the tight end in the flat there. He's covered up, takes it himself for a first down.
A conversation with Iowa defensive coordinator Phil Parker this week. Cody's complimented how Raiola's talented passing the ball, but he said, hey, he runs the ball just well enough to keep you honest and worry about that. Really showed up right there.
Yeah, this is a really good job. I mean, Dana Holgorsen watches tape last week against Maryland. Iowa struggled a little bit stopping the zone read. Here you go, you get down in the red zone. Things are condensed. He picks up that they struggled a little bit on that read with the defensive end, gives Dylan Raiola an easy first down.
Had a season-high 44 points last week in a win, looking for their first touchdown tonight. Turns, gives, full head of steam, 10, 5, run out of bounds. Ramir Johnson around the left side, gains 9. Clock stops, 49 seconds left.
I think Nebraska's O-line is kind of tired of hearing how good Iowa's offensive line is. They're really imposing their will right now, getting Ramir Johnson out on the edge. Gunnar Gatula moving, sealing the edge right there. Ramir Johnson does a nice job turning the corner, getting out of bounds. Clock stops, saves their 2 timeouts.
Now they run in their big back, 6'2", 225. Dante Dowdell had 3 rushing touchdowns last week. And he joins Raiola in the backfield. Play clock down to 2, got to call timeout. Let's go back to the studio, check in again with Josh.
Georgia hosting Georgia Tech. Tech in scoring position once again. This time they actually find the end zone. That's Haynes King on a 2-yard run. It is 10-0 Jackets. Back to you, Paul.
So, Georgia Tech, thank you, Joshua. In-state rivalry game there. Not in-state here, but call it a border rivalry for sure. They did it for the first time in the 1800s. Right now, Nebraska up 3-0. They're reviewing the spot on the last play. Ramir Johnson, we called it a gain of 9. And they'll see exactly where he ended up. Nebraska with those 3 points. That came at the end of the first drive, 31-yard field goal. And let's take a look here. Where does Johnson go out of bounds? Looks like right at the 3. They called it a first down. It looked like it'll be short. Xavier Wampa, big hit. Reggie Smith is our rules analyst tonight. We say hello for the very first time. Happy Thanksgiving. Good to have you with us. What do you see here on this play?
Well, happy Thanksgiving, Paul. Great to be back with you and Colt. But when the ball carrier's left foot steps out of bounds into the white, the ball appears to be about a half-yard short of the line to gain. I expect this to be reversed in replay to short of the line to gain.
The runner stepped out of bounds with the ball just inside the 3-yard line, where it'll be second down.
Okay, they bring it back a little bit.
Clock to 50 seconds.
Second down coming up.
The game clock to 50 seconds. Thank you.
10th play of this drive, Nebraska's longest drive since the opening drive that ended in that field goal. Most of the crowd calling for defense. Dante Dowdell, the big tailback, looking for his 12th touchdown. Play action. Raiola just threw that one away. 3rd and goal. 3rd and 1, pardon me. 3rd down 1 coming up for Dana Holgorsen.
Yeah, I think Dylan Raiola, as soon as he gets out of the pocket, he thinks he's going to have his tight end or running back right in the flat. Comes back to his second option. Iowa does a great job of adjusting their coverage, covering up everybody. I don't mind that play call right there. 2nd and short, taking a shot at the end zone. You still keep your timeout because you threw the ball away.
I formation. Right up the middle, inside the 1. 1st down, but no touchdown.
Timeout Nebraska, their 2nd and a half. 30 seconds.
See where Dowdell's knee went down. Hard to tell right there.
Clear he got the 1st down there, just short of the goal line. Coach ruled Nebraska used their last timeout, so they've got 41 seconds on the 1-yard line. Easily can get 2 plays off. Still can run the football if you want to, but you got to get out of that pile real quick and get back in the huddle and onto the line of scrimmage if you do run this football.
Now, they have used a formation down here recently with a couple of defensive linemen in as blockers. Ty Robinson and Elijah Judy. They were 9 and 16, and yes, there is big number 9 coming in. Ty Robinson, the senior defensive lineman, says in this position, I want to take somebody's soul at the goal line. He'll try to pave the way for the first touchdown of the night. Dowdell, the tailback. Clock stops.
The ball was moved forward and will be respotted. It's 1st down.
Okay, so we'll line up and do it all again. Nash Hutmaker is also in. So the 2 veteran defensive linemen, we talked about Robinson, Hutmaker in as well, from inside the 1. Dowdell, touchdown Nebraska! Dowdell's 12th touchdown of the season. Little smile from Dana Holgorsen. Little help from defensive tackle Ty Robinson. And Nebraska looks to push their lead in Iowa City to 10. John Hall with a field goal and an extra point. Impressive drive from the Nebraska offense to make it 10-zip Huskers.
I mean, how about Ty Robinson lining up in the backfield right here? Watch this push. Let's just run behind the big boy, number 9. He's been playing great defense all night. Dante Dowdell does the rest. Big scoring drive for Nebraska. Dana Holgorsen in this offense right before half. Dylan Raiola likes it. Ty Robinson. What did you say, Paul? He wants to take somebody's soul?
Said he wanted to take somebody's soul at the goal line, wants them to feel his tenacity. He did say he's also been trying to charm his way into getting a touch down there at the goal line with a run or a reception. We'll see if that happens. But he's a part of a touchdown run. 12 plays, 74 yards, 9 runs and just 3 passes. But I thought Raiola was impressive, even though he didn't have to throw it a lot on that drive.
Very good, very efficient. The run game is working. He's distributing the football. Even got a little zone read action in there. Put together a nice drive. After this whole first half has pretty much been field position, punts, lots of defense. If you're Nebraska, you got to feel very confident going into halftime here, also knowing you get the ball coming back to start the second half.
Raiola took care of the ball so well last weekend at home against Wisconsin. No turnovers tonight. He's also 10 out of 14. They got to get on that ball. And they cover it up in the goal line, or beyond the goal line. And they'll have 38 seconds, touchback. It was recovered by Max White.
Let's make sure on this kickoff he didn't touch it right here as he's trying to field the kick.
Please reset the game.
Looks like it goes right between
seconds. 37.
Weejan and White.
Thank you.
Good job letting this ball get into the end zone. I think they have to pull in Reggie here.
Reggie, what do you think here?
Well, so the status of this ball is still that of a kick. So if he touches it in the field of play, basically the clock just starts. In this case, if it's recovered in the end zone, a touchback is still the right result.
Thank you, Reggie. Caleb Johnson will end this half the same way he's lived it, and that's getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the second leading rusher in the nation. 10 carries, 16 yards in the first 2 quarters.
Looks like they're content to run this clock out. Haven't got a lot going in the run game. Caleb Johnson's been stuffed. They've got their work cut out for them this second half, figuring out how to move this Nebraska defensive line.
Dana Holgerson, Matt Rule, and the Huskers head to the locker room up 10. It was their first drive that led to 3 points. Their last drive led to the touchdown. Nebraska won the last time they were.
We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's. And our final unboxing is $9.99 Bonanza. I've got $9.99 bedrooms that'll knock your socks off, $9.99 power sofas, $9.99 sofa love seat combos, $9.99 mattresses, even a $9.99 real marble dining set that'll turn your world upside down. Cool. How'd you do that? Shop every unboxing in store or online, because every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
We're talking Jets Seahawks Sunday on Sports Final.
Let's go. This first half recap is brought to you by Geico.
I'm on a mission now. No, you can't stop me now. I keep it coming now. No, you can't stop me now. I'm on a mission now. I'm on a mission now. I'm gonna crank it loud. They keep it coming now. No, you can't stop me now.
Get more with Geico. Time now for the Big Ten Bulletin, brought to you by Genesis Motor America. Third quarter set to begin in Iowa City. All Huskers so far, they lead 10-0. Some of the storylines here. The freshman quarterback for Nebraska has been solid, efficient, no turnovers, high completion percentage as well. The big story here, Caleb Johnson, number 2 in the nation in rushing, 16 total yards. That's on 10 carries. Nebraska's front 7 has dominated so far. Go zoom out on the Nebraska defense, pick an area, pick a category. They have owned this first half. Best defensive first half they've had in 3 years. Iowa has 1 total first down. So Matt Rule, Colt, he's looking for more of the same. Kirk Ferentz needs a whole lot of something that wasn't there in the first half. Jackson Stratton, the quarterback, was just 2 out of 7 for 8 yards.
And the game plan for Nebraska coming in was, we're going to crowd the box and we're going to stop your receivers and make Jackson Stratton beat us with his arm. And so far, as Matt Castle said, they haven't really thrown the ball on first down. And when they've been in these 3rd and longs and having to throw the football, you got to give credit to Nebraska's secondary and what they've done in coverage so far tonight.
Brendan Sullivan, backup quarterback who's been dealing with an ankle injury. Colt, we've seen him warming up on the sideline. We expected to see some of him in some way tonight. We'll see if that plays out in the second half.
Yeah, you could. Brendan's played a couple games this year. He does bring that added element of his legs. They have been running football as well tonight. Could see that here in the second half.
Second half underway in Iowa City. Ja'Cory Barney from the 3. Big Ten freshman of the week does not make it out to the 20-yard line. They'll begin from the 19. We go downstairs for Zora.
Well, Paul, Kirk Ferentz really likes what his defense is doing offensively, though. You can expect him to mix things up. When I asked him how he can get the Hawkeyes' run game going, he said, we've got to figure that out. He did mention throwing the ball more. I asked, will we see a different quarterback this half? He said he didn't think so. For Coach Rule in Nebraska, tackling was a point of emphasis coming in. He said the guys tackled well and did not give up explosive plays. He recognized that Iowa scores most of its points in the second half and urged his players to stay locked in.
Zora, thank you. I wonder if they'll lean even more on the run here with that 10-point lead. Emmett Johnson, first carry. Quarterback T.J. Hall came up to hit him first. Johnson gets 3. They had a nice mix there of running backs. They played 3 in the first half. Emmett Johnson, Ramir Johnson, Dante Dowdell. 19 carries for 84 yards. Not big numbers, but winning numbers on a night like this. Raiola starts this half 10 out of 14. First pass of the third quarter. More protection. On target to his tight end, Thomas Fidone. Only played 2 snaps last week. Catch right there for 30.
Good job here by Dylan Raiola. He's going to see Thomas Fidone run this corner route. And again, it's what Iowa does. They play cover 2 defense, taking away the flat, finds it over the top. Thomas Fidone making a big play in this game here in the second half.
How about that protection there, Colt?
Great protection.
And scan and look some more. First and 10 from the 47. Johnson hit in the backfield, shakes the tackle. And acceleration inside of Iowa territory. Deshaun Lee, the corner, had a chance for a tackle for loss. Johnson gets 7. Injured Hawkeye on the field. And that's Y.A. Black. One of the 8 senior regulars that plays for Phil Parker on defense.
Timeout on the field.
Y.A. Black down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Iowa City.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check your spelling.
Great to see him jog off the field. He was the injured Hawkeye. He did go right into the tent. Hope to have a report on him in a bit. Early movement there as Nebraska starts this third quarter on the move inside of Hawkeye territory.
False start, offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Micah Mazuka, guilty of that 5-yard. Matt Rule knows his team is headed to a bowl game. Find out if they get that 7th win here tonight to ensure that winning season. Raiola again with time. On target. Finds Carter Nelson, the freshman. He was the state player of the year in Nebraska last year, 6 yards. Play before, we saw Thomas Fidone, a couple of plays before, 25-yard gain. With that one catch, Colt, he had more yards in the one play than Iowa had in the entire half. Y.A. Black moving around on the Iowa sideline.
Big third down here for Iowa's defense. I expect him to come after Dylan Raiola. He hadn't been hit a lot. He's been pretty clean. Kind of crossed the 50-yard line. This is where you want to heat him up.
They have the big back in. Dante Dowdell, 3rd and 2, right up the middle. Nebraska first down, moves the pile out near the 40. Had a touchdown, the only touchdown in the first half, and gets 5 there.
Watch the offensive line right here. When you can run the ball on third down like this, expecting some pressure, watch the line of scrimmage. It just moves. Dante Dowdell gets his pads down, fights for an easy first down, keeps the chains moving.
Running behind center, Ben Scott, one of the many veterans up front for the Huskers. This is his 51st start tonight. Now you can lean on Emmett Johnson. Heinrich Harburg in the game. The backup lets it go down the middle. Ja'Cory Barney. Incomplete. Heinrich Harburg snuck in the game. Normally runs the ball. Gave Barney a chance.
Yeah, good play design here by Dana Holgerson. Heinrich Harburg has come in and run the football, run the zone read. He's the quarterback design guy, fakes the run. Always does a good job of getting pressure on him. He throws it up for the playmaker, Ja'Cory Barney. and Deshaun Lee sniffs it out and makes a great play down the field.
Barney with a shot, sets up a screen. To the 36-yard line goes Ramir Johnson. Hadn't played since the UCLA game, or at least didn't have any touches. That time gets 4. Makes third down a little more manageable.
This is where you're going to miss Y.A. Black. Gets in a situation where he can get a one-on-one battle, pass rush to the quarterback. Max Llewellyn, we called his name early in the game. They're playing him on the inside now instead of the outside.
Play clock down to 3. Just got it off. Raiola near sideline. Contact and a flag. A lot of hands on Jamal Banks from T.J. Hall. It'll be first down Nebraska.
We talked about Iowa getting some pressure on Dillon. Here comes the call right here. It's going to be pass interference.
Pass interference, defense number 2. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And if you're Coach Phil Parker, you're saying, I got to get some heat on the quarterback. If I bring all these extra defenders, that means my DBs are one-on-one on an island. It's hard to cover Jamal Banks one-on-one. He's big target, 6'4", 220 pounds.
First penalty of the night against Iowa, least penalized team in the nation. Sets up Nebraska, first down and 10 on the Hawkeye 20-yard line. Whistles blow right before the snap.
Timeout, Iowa, their first of the half. "30 seconds.
As the officials talk this over, Dylan Raiola, man, he is one of the most physical young quarterbacks in the game. You see that jump throw right there, putting it only where his receiver can go get it. Nice touch throw to the tight end over the corner in cover 2, and watch his arm angle. He can throw the ball off platform, lowers his elbow in that slot, finds Ja'Cory Barney across the field. That's what Dylan Raiola brings to the table. It looks effortless when he throws the football. And I love what Dana Holgorsen did with him. He said, look, we've got a lot of plays. What are you good at? I bet he has a box on his call sheet with 4 or 5 plays that says, hey, Dylan, give me your favorite plays. Plays that I can call no matter what, and you can find a completion. They're really on the same page tonight, and Dylan's playing very efficient so far.
And they were funny during the week. We talked about the fact that Dana Holgorsen hasn't even been here a month, and sometimes he doesn't know the full play with the verbiage. He gets it started, and Dylan's like, I got it from here, coach.
Yeah, that's the first thing that Dana said. He's really smart. Spit out any of these long play calls.
Emmett Johnson, patience, stood up, got a couple. Sebastian Castro, hybrid safety linebacker, keeps that to a gain of 2. Raiola coming in for Matt Rule. Loves his talent, loves his poise. Colt, for freshmen, had the highest completion percentage in the nation for freshmen in the high 60s, and he's well over 70 tonight. 3rd game in a row. Against the 4-man rush, quickly out of his hands, incomplete. Came back to Carter Nelson, the freshman. His 1 catch tonight came on this drive. Nick Jackson was on him. 3rd down 8.
That third down and 8 here for Dylan Raiola. You got to remember, hey, a field goal goes a long ways right here. But I would expect him to target Jamal Banks, maybe Isaiah Nair. These big guys are bigger than the corners. T.J. Hall, Deshaun Lee. Nice to see Y.A. Black back on the field. Big 3rd down.
They've converted 2 of their last 3 3rd downs. Got to get to the 11. Raiola looking out of the backfield. Johnson got work to do, and he won't get there. Made it to the 16-yard line, gain of 4. Field goal unit comes out.
Yeah, really mature play here by Dylan Raiola. He goes through all his progressions. Everybody's covered up. knows where his outlet is, knows where his check down is. Emmett Johnson doesn't force one down the field.
Smart play out of the backfield. Didn't get the first down. They picked up a few. Didn't take a sack. Let the freshman from Lincoln do his thing. He's made 9 straight. This is from 34 yards out. Pulled it. Issues with the snap and the hold led to the pull. Score remains 10-0 Nebraska. Operation not clean. Snap came back low. And there's the result. 9:26 in the third quarter. Iowa on offense for the first time in this half when we come back. '23 Iowa seniors honored before the game here on senior nights. Connor Colby, one of the starting offensive linemen, and our focus goes to the offensive line. 4 of the 5 are seniors up front. Iowa had 20 plays for 20 total yards in the first half. O-line, running back, quarterback, looking to put that behind them here in the third quarter. Stratton didn't get the snap. Picked it up and ripped down at the 21. Made it out to the 22. They avoid disaster. Elijah Judy made the play.
Little bobbled snap here by Jackson Stratton. Ball's cold. It's hard to secure. Not a terrible snap. Good job finding a way to get on this before Nebraska finds a way to bring him down. But I'd like to see Iowa get some tight ends involved here. Luke Lachey got a catch early in the game. They're the quarterback's best friend, friendly target.
Jackson Stratton, no completion since the halfway point of the first quarter. That's what they want to have. Caleb Johnson down the near side. He ran for 16 total yards in the first half. He got 24 right there.
Or get this guy going. We talked about the tight ends, but Caleb Johnson, we talked about body blows. It's 1 and 2 yards early in the half. Here he comes out in the second half, finds a crease. And their first explosive play of the game. Good sign for Iowa and this offense. Great job blocking downfield by the wide receiver, springing in for an extra 5 or 10 yards.
That wide receiver was the veteran Jacob Gill. Kamari Moulton, the tailback now, and around. Not a lot there. Made it out to the 47-yard line. Maybe the 48. Makai Bear, outside linebacker with a stop. We go down to the field and check in with Zora.
Well, one of the seniors honored today, tight end Luke Lachey. His dad, Jim, has called Ohio State football games on the radio since the 90s. That's 357 Buckeye games in a row. The streak will be broken this weekend, though. That's because he's in the stands right here in Iowa City, cheering on his son on senior night, which is impossible to get to the game tomorrow, but he's right where he wants to be.
Zora, that is awesome. Hard to miss a game as a broadcaster, but as a dad, well done. Stratton, complete to the 48-yard line, but taking a knee right away. One of those tight ends, Addison Estrenga, short gain to bring up third down. Looking at third down and about 8.
I know Iowa likes to play the field position game, but if you can get it this close to a fourth and manageable situation, I wouldn't be surprised if they've got 2 downs to find a way to get the first here.
Empty backfield for Jackson Stratton. Only has 3 completions tonight for 9 total yards. Iowa 0 for 6 on third down. Stratton, 4-man rush. Steps into one. Over the middle, incomplete. Jariat Bowie had his hands on it. That was low and behind him, and it's 4th and 8.
When you're playing in a cold weather environment like this, accuracy is so crucial. The ball's heavy and hard to catch for receivers. When it's low like this, it makes it even tougher. He almost comes up with it across the middle. Just can't quite connect. Nebraska does a nice job getting to Jackson Stratton, forcing a little bit of a low throw, and holding him to a punt.
Once again, Iowa will punt the ball away. Did pick up their second first down of the Knights on that drive. Fair catch, ball loose, inside the 5. Nebraska dives on it. Iowa got it. Buckeyes recover. Muff punt, First and goal, Iowa.
That was a booming kick. Ja'Cory Barney just can't find a way to get on it. I don't think he touches it right there.
That did not look like the ball touched him. Another look right here to the ground. No, didn't get him on the backside. And there's a left hand on it right there.
I think they're going to go back and look at this, but it looks like Shavers
the recovery by the kicking team is under review.
Vincent Shavers, the freshman linebacker. They'll take a good, hard look at this. 6:36 in the third quarter. Nebraska leading 10-0.
You know how on Thanksgiving you have to loosen your belt a little? Well, take your pads off. Arby's deep-fried turkey is here all month. Arby's, we have the meats.
Gentlemen,
Hey, Coach. New boots?
genuine alligator.
Gator? I gotta call Albert. He's not picking up.
Hey, Reggie, come in and talk to us about this. It looks like Shavers touches this ball first is what they called on the field. How do you see it?
I see it as it's a race to see whether it was Shavers or Iowa number 7. It is indisputable. It's not indisputable. Stands is the only way to go on this.
Ruled as muff by Nebraska on the field. They took a long look at it. The call stands. Matt Rule doesn't like it. Bottom line, Iowa takes over first and goal, trailing 10-0. John Nestor for the Hawkeyes making that play on special teams. Caleb Johnson. Didn't make it. 2-yard line where it'll be second and goal.
You want to lean on this offensive line after that momentum switch. You've got 4 downs to find a way to punch this ball in the end zone. You've got the best back leading the Big Ten in yardage. Feed him the rock right here.
Tim Lester, offensive coordinator, telling us yesterday, first year, still haven't gotten in all my red zone plays. Got some chances right here. Second and goal. Caleb Johnson stood up, still fighting. Thrown for a loss. Loses 2. It's now third and goal.
Nebraska's defense, after a sudden change situation, really owning this line of scrimmage here. Everybody's crashing the football, makes Caleb Johnson go east and west instead of north and south. They are flying around. Great ankle tackle there by Isaac Gifford.
Leading tackler for Nebraska's defense for the second year in a row. Iowa on their third shot now from inside the 5. Stratton rolling, looking, in trouble, flings it, complete to the 2. Just got that one away. Luke Lachey with the catch, picks up 2, and it's fourth and goal. Javin Wright was all over Jackson Stratton.
I don't know how Jackson Stratton found him. Ty Robinson's all over him, bringing him down to the ground. Great catch by Luke Lachey. It's just not enough. Nebraska's defense bows up down here on the line of scrimmage. Holds him to a field goal.
Ty Robinson with the pressure on Stratton. Brings on the field goal attempt from 20 yards out from Drew Stevens. Snap and hold are good, and Iowa is on the board. They had a golden chance to get 6. Kirk Ferentz will take the 3, 4:30 left. They now trail by a touchdown.
Coach Rule is fired up. His defense, adverse situation after a turnover, holds them to a field goal. Tony White's got to be fired up.
Hawks and Huskers play for the Heroes Trophy. For the story there, here's Zora.
They call this matchup the Heroes game because two different community heroes are being honored, one from Iowa and one from Nebraska. Edgar Estrada is joining the Huskers today after saving a baby left alone in a hot car. And for the Hawkeyes, the family of Dan Marburger is in attendance. Marburger, a high school principal, was killed at school when he stepped in front of a shooter. Iowa head coach Kirk Ferentz told me Marburger is a hero in every sense of the word. Both families were recognized at halftime, and it was very emotional, Paul.
Zora, thank you. Well done. And we talked to Kirk Ferentz during the week, as you mentioned, Zora. He was choked up talking about it. He said, we get carried away with these terms with sports and heroes. Dan was a true hero in every sense of the word. Tragic story, but well told by Zora. Meaningful trophy here between the Hawks and Huskers for sure. Ja'Cory Barney. Drilled.
And those guys are the real heroes. Getting to play college football. A lot of guys in the NFL, so many people look up to athletes and call them heroes, but these guys are the true citizens, the true heroes. Love that this game is really about them, celebrating the Heroes Trophy and all they do in the community.
Now Kirk Ferentz turns his attention to the defense. His special teams gave the offense the ball inside the 5-yard line. 3 cracks at it, no touchdown. They kick a field goal. Late in the third, it's now a 7-point game. Raiola and the Husker offense back on the field. Right to the air. Out of the backfield. Johnson drilled as he caught the ball. Spins upfield for a gain of 2. Nick Jackson with a stop.
The time now for a look from above, brought to you by Walmart. This is Ethan Herkett. His presence on the field jumps out at you when you watch the tape. He plays with relentless effort, gets him a sack right here, understands the game, understands the defense. Always in the backfield. Had a big game last week against Maryland, and on senior night tonight having another fantastic game.
Career game last year in Lincoln, 9 tackles and a pick in the last minute. Raiola again protected, takes a shot down the sideline. Contacts, no flag, incomplete. Isaiah Nair, the intended receiver, and TJ Hall had the coverage.
Pretty good coverage here by TJ Hall. This is a moon ball. Dylan Raiola sees his one-on-one matchup. There's no safeties in the middle of the field. Takes a shot. Isaiah Nair kind of has his face mask, pulls him down, trying to get back on the ball. Refs are letting him play tonight.
Contact from both sides, no flag. 3rd down, 7. Raiola right now 15 out of 21. Play clock down to 2. Raiola, exit left, still looking, across his body, connects! What a throw and catch. Nate Borkircher comes down with it, gain of 20.
Dylan Raiola's got to move out of the pocket, lots of heat. Running to his left, throws it across his body. It just goes right over the fingertips of Sebastian Castro. That's what Dylan Raiola can do. He's running to his left, throwing across his body as those arm angles. That's incredible.
You hear about arm talent. There was a little definition right there. Emmett Johnson thrown for a loss. TJ Hall, the cornerback, in there right away.
And one more look at this throw by Dylan Raiola. Gets a little bit lucky, but there's no throw on the field that he can't make. See if Borkircher comes down with this, bobbles it. Yep. First down.
Borkircher season high 2 catches last week. He matches that tonight. Huskers looking at 2nd down 10. Johnson can't bounce. Wrapped up at the 45. Deontay Craig, first one there. Johnson got 3. We've been in this spot so many times tonight, called both sides. Not only a third down, but a sizable one. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
And we talked to Dylan Raiola this week, and Dana, he talked about how smart he is, how cerebral he is, but 3rd downs have been hard for him. You see a lot of different looks, different coverages, different pressures. He's handled it pretty well tonight, but he's in a situation here around midfield. Another 3rd down.
Needs to get to the 48 of Iowa. Looking left, steps up, dumps it off. Nair didn't get there. Tried to pick his way out to the 1st down. John Nestor makes the stop, gain of 5. They need 2 more.
Good job swarming by this Iowa defense. Nair's running across the field, a little shallow route, and watch the Hawkeyes' pursuit. They've got 3 DBs coming downhill. Not gonna let him get a 1st down.
John Nestor seeing a lot of time here tonight. Big stop. Drive ends at midfield. Brian Buschini punting to Caden Weegan. High end over end punt. Weegan fair catch. Hawks will take over at their own 14. We go back to the studio and check in with Joshua Perry.
It was all Georgia Tech in the first half, but Georgia's trying to climb their way back with this 2-yard touchdown pass. It's Carson Beck to Oscar Delp to put Georgia on the board. They went for 2, did not get the try. It's 17-6 Jackets, Paul.
Hey, Joshua, thank you, Cole. Georgia Tech, double-digit lead on the Bulldogs there.
Georgia Tech come to play. Georgia's already punched their ticket to the SEC championship game, but they're in a battle right now.
Take a look at these numbers on offense. Look at Nebraska, 267 compared to Iowa's 51. Nebraska almost doubling the time of possession as well. Iowa did score their only 3 points of the game on the last drive. Stratton to pass, steps up over the middle. There's a dart. Biggest completion yet, out across the 30 to Jacob Gill, gets him 17.
Here's a 1st down pass we talked about coming out of the break. Jackson Stratton puts his foot in the ground, drives this ball across the middle to Jacob Gill. Looks like he might have got a little bit rolled up there.
Yeah, Gill has 2 athletic trainers with him on the 30. Just started making a move here toward the sideline. Doing so under his own power. But that's Iowa's leading receiver, Colt.
Jacob Gill has made some big plays for him this year, but you like to see what they just did on 1st down. Play action pass, giving Jackson Stratton some time to find a guy down the field, and creates their first explosive play throwing the football.
And Colt, let's see if that starts something for the Iowa passing game. Prior to that completion, Tim Lester, first-year offensive coordinator, they had 11 total yards passing. They get 17 right there. Caleb Johnson, the tailback, he has 41 yards. Tries the left side, strung out, nothing there. Tony White, defensive coordinator for Nebraska, told us, we got to do what UCLA did. Stuff them up front, make them go outside and meet them there, and so far it's working.
Yeah, that's what Tony White talked to us about this week. If we can get this guy running side to side and not downhill, we got a chance. They string this play out, make him run to the sideline, nothing really there. Nebraska's defense flying around. If you're Tim Lester,
Tony White said you got to meet physicality with physicality, and they have done that through 3 quarters. Iowa's still looking for their first touchdown. Iowa, Nebraska, Black Friday tradition, heads to the 4th quarter with the visitors on top.
It's hard to say who'll be more excited on the day after Christmas. The guy who got a brand new truck from mom and dad, or the guy who got all
crew down on the field away from their families on Thanksgiving. Yes, hello, right back to you. Braving the cold, bringing in all kinds of great shots of the action here tonight. Thank you for all you've done this evening and throughout the entire season. You make it a lot of fun to come to these games. Awesome team to work with. Tip of the cap, right back to you.
Such a great crew. Braving the cold. Appreciate you guys.
2nd down, 13. Jackson Stratton starts the 4th quarter, 5 out of 11. Out of the backfield, Caleb Johnson. Breaking tackles. Moving defenders and still going. Caleb Johnson, sprint for the end zone. That he will win. Touchdown, Iowa. Finally sprung free. 72-yard touchdown. Point away from a tie game. Drew Stevens makes it 10-10.
I mean, are you kidding me? He's got great blockers out front. Nick DeYoung gets out there, but Caleb Johnson bouncing off of defenders. John Bullock, one of the best tacklers in the Big Ten, can't bring him down. Caleb Johnson does the rest. I'm telling you, his contact balance is crazy. His ability to bounce off 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, can't bring him down. That is unbelievable.
Tony White, defensive coordinator, telling us we've played big backs before, plenty of them that are easy to hit. This guy's different. Can't get him down. They had gotten him down all night until that 72-yarder. Yeah.
Nebraska fans having a hard time seeing that one, but Caleb Johnson was running angry. Got this Iowa crowd back into the game. 10-10 ball game here in the fourth. What an unbelievable play by Caleb Johnson.
Last 6 games played between Iowa and Nebraska turned out to be one-score games. Looking to be that kind of night again in Iowa City. Huskers will begin from the 25. So they started out this second half up 10-0. Early in the fourth, it's now 10-10. And as you mentioned, Colt, the crowd is right back in it.
Yeah, this crowd is alive again. 2 big momentum changes in this game. Nebraska held them to a field goal after the muff punt. They had Caleb Johnson bottled up all night, and he just put the team on his back for a huge touchdown. And now Dylan Raiola and this Nebraska offense got some work to do.
Raiola stepping up, goes down, lost the ball. Nebraska keeps it. No gain. Bit of a scary play for the Huskers. Aaron Graves knocked that ball out.
Again, really good coverage on the back end, forcing Dylan to step up. Aaron Graves gets his hand on the football. Dylan Raiola is very fortunate. Find a way to jump on top of that loose football.
Iowa's 3rd sack of the night. Johnson, full head of steam. It was actually Dante Dowdell, the power back, picks up 7.
Yeah, if you're Nebraska right here, no panic. Keep running your offense. You move the ball well. That missed field goal might come into play. But you've got a lot of yards tonight. You've played well. Dylan Raiola. Find your playmakers. Ja'Cory Barney. Jamal Banks. This offensive line has done a nice job handling the pressure from Iowa on 3rd downs. Another one coming up here.
Nebraska over 100 yards rushing tonight. Play clock down to 2. 1. They got it off, and he kept it. And he easily got the first down. Raiola celebrates a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a big 3rd down conversion for Nebraska. It kind of shuts this crowd up. Big hole in the middle for Dylan Raiola to fall forward for 7 yards and a first down. think he was trying to push that ball outside and just sees this big gap in the middle and says, I'm going to go there.
Second time tonight, he's run for a first on third down. Dowdell hit in the backfield for a loss. Ethan Hurkett, loss of 2.
Yeah, Hurkett's been all over the place tonight. He's got a one-on-one battle right here with the tight end. He just creases the inside, hits Dante Dowdell in the backfield. Not really much Nate Borkirker can do.
4 straight runs for the Huskers. Second down 11. Raiola swings it out of the backfield, and Johnson turns up, hit high, and wrapped up low. Completion for a loss. Third down 12 is next. Jay Higgins there first.
I'm just really impressed with Iowa's pursuit to the football. They fly around. Jay Higgins, Sebastian Castro, when they see this little check down swing to the running back, they play so fast to the football. You see it right there. Now Nebraska's in a 3rd and 12. You want to convert right here if you're Dylan Raiola, young quarterback, but no mistakes.
Raiola, 4-man rush. Underneath, incomplete. Wanted Carter Nelson, the freshman. Punt team comes out.
Really not much there. DBs from Iowa had everybody covered up, covered the tight end up. Almost just a throwaway there by Dylan Raiola.
Iowa defense had 3 tackles for loss on that drive. Buschini to punt. Caden Weegan waits to see if he gets a chance. Fair catch at the 20. Caleb Johnson, 72-yard touchdown reception, broke 4 tackles on the way to the end zone. Ethan Hurkett likes playing against the Huskers. Defense stepping up for Iowa on the other side. We're all tied at 10. .15 left in the game. Iowa, Nebraska in another tight one. Shirts not required. Not at a 10, and Colt, great example here tonight. You don't have to have a lot of points to have a high-energy, fun game. Jackson Stratton on the reverse end around. Some real estate out here. Seth Anderson, the wide receiver, touching the ball for the first time, gets 9.
There's some good creativity by Tim Lester in this offense, getting a little reverse around the edge. A little positive gain on first down. It's crazy how Iowa this plays right into their game. Punting the football, field position, all of a sudden you look up and it's 10-10.
Tim Lester just saw him, first-year offensive coordinator. Has Kamara Morton in the backfield, and he's hit before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a good job by Nebraska. And they've played well all night long. They gave up a bunch of missed tackles on one play. The game changed, but right here, it's a nice job by MJ Sherman, crashing the edge, party in the backfield.
Elijah Judy in there as well, defensive tackle, first one to touch Moulton. 3rd down and 2 for Iowa. Moulton remains the tailback. Moulton, middle, nothing. Husker defense stands him up. Quite a series so far for the Black Shirts. Riley Van Poppel was there first.
What a great response by Tony White's defense. Gave up the big play on the screen for a touchdown, come back, hold them to a 4th down. That's what you love to see by this senior-led group of defensive linemen. Nash Hutmaker, Ty Robinson making a huge stop on 4th down.
Spiraling punt to Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. Fair catch. Time now for the upcoming schedule presented by Discover. Tomorrow in New Orleans, the Bayou Classic, 2 p.m. Eastern on NBC. And Washington against Oregon, 7 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Got a good finish coming up here in Iowa City, Iowa and Nebraska. 14th consecutive year on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Nebraska led 10-0 at halftime. Iowa with a short field goal. 72-yard touchdown reception from Stratton to Caleb Johnson. That's how we're all locked up at 10. And the Johnson on the sideline. Dante Dowdell, the big back for the Huskers, just behind Raiola. He'll take it up the middle. Not a lot going, but he drags that pile and makes something out of it. He was met close to the line of scrimmage, Colt, but eventually got 6.
Yeah, if you're Iowa's defense right here, don't get bored. You know Nebraska is going to have to go the long way. You've played great coverage on the back end, kind of keeping everything in front.
Couple of tailbacks in the game. Flanking Raiola, Ramir Johnson, and Emmett Johnson to his right. Trying to set up a screen. Incomplete. Iowa front 7 blew that one up. Quinn Schulte, actually the safety was in. Nick Jackson there as well.
This Iowa defense sniffed out this screen very easily. They're going to fake Ramir Johnson. Try to set up with your eyes and feet. Ethan Hurkett, there he is again. Just a smart football player. No one on that situation, maybe expect a screen, sniffs it out, does a great job.
3rd and 3. Empty backfield. Raiola, slant, reaching behind and making the catch is Jamal Banks. First down, Nebraska. Strong hands there for a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice throwing catch here by Dylan and Jamal Banks. And this is what I love about Dana Holgorsen and his offense. He's not scared to go back and call the same play again. It worked early in the game. Now they're doing the same thing. Really good job by Jamal Banks, reaching behind his body, finding a way to come down with a 3rd down conversion.
Dana Holgorsen calling plays. Iowa native, grew up in Mount Pleasant, about an hour south. Coming to watch games in the 80s, Chuck Long and Ronnie Harmon. Big hole off the left side. Johnson still spinning. Close to a first down, he gets 9.
That's the 2nd time in a row on first down they're getting positive yards. They're getting in a situation where they can play 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2. Ja'Cory Barney's got his coat on the sidelines. Tangled up earlier in the game. That's a big loss for Nebraska. But Emmett Johnson is really taking the load right now.
Leading rusher in this game, 17 carries, 75 yards. Fake it to him, wants to take a shot, floats it, drops. Through the hands of Isaiah Nair, who had room to run.
Oh, that's tough. If you're Dylan Raiola, if you're Nebraska, you got exactly what you want. Nick Jackson rushes up the middle. Isaiah Nair, perfectly thrown ball. You know, he had a drop ball last week in the end zone for a touchdown. He might have caught it and run that one for a huge gain.
Raiola's like, we can't do it any better than that. 3rd down and 1. Raiola gives up the middle. First down, Nebraska. Picks up 4. Huskers keep this rolling. Now inside of 7 minutes. Matt Rule clinched bowl eligibility last week, trying to get to 7 wins here tonight against their rivals from Iowa City.
I like Dana's aggressiveness, taking a shot on 2nd and 1, knowing that if I get my team in a 3rd and 1 situation, I got a lot of play calls to get 1 yard. They figure out a way to get it done right there.
Dowdell cuts it back. Good choice. Huskers clicking here with the run game, picking up 8 yards right there.
The run game is clicking, but also the clock is ticking. They're marching this clock down almost around 6 minutes, running the football. And again, another first down run that keeps them in a very manageable situation ahead of the chain, 2nd and 3. Nebraska on offense, you don't got to do anything different. Just continue to work it down the field and control the clock.
Feels like another one of these games could come down to the kickers. John Holmes, a freshman for Nebraska. Drew Stevens, junior for Iowa. 2nd down 2. Right up the middle goes Emmett Johnson. Looks like he got just enough for a first. Sebastian Castro making the stop. Chains move again. Clock ticks.
This is where, if you're Iowa's defense, got to find a way to be a little bit better on first down. Nice job by Sebastian Castro. Maybe some pressure on Raiola. Starting to get close to field goal range.
Raiola happy to huddle up, let that play clock run down. Now at 10 seconds. Nebraska has more than doubled Iowa's output for total yards. Now he flings it out wide. There's Ja'Cory Barney, tackled inbounds. Clock will continue to run. Only get 3. Castro with the stop. They got to do a little more work here to get inside the field goal range. John Holmes' long is 54 yards.
Dylan Raiola doing a nice job using all the clock. This play clock getting down under 5 seconds every time.
Still got time to use it now at 9. 2nd down 7. Fake to Johnson. Carter Nelson. Didn't get much. Got to the 40-yard line. TJ Hall, the corner. Loss of 1.
Good stop by Iowa's defense here. You're not really going to confuse them. Like we talked about all night, they're sound. They fly to the football. They're in position. Not going to get them on a little reverse play. Like the play design. Now you've gotten a 3rd and long situation. If you're Dylan Raiola, if you can get any extra yardage right here, you might have a shot at a field goal.
Would be a 57-yard attempt from here again. His long is 54. Raiola, here comes the blitz. Got rid of it. Overshot his receiver. Jamal Banks was near. And it's 4th down. See what they decide to do here. A punt is coming.
Watch Jay Higgins right here. He's going to get the pressure on Dylan Raiola. Sees Emmett Johnson right there. Decides to loop around him. Forces an errant throw by Dylan Raiola. Didn't get any extra yardage right there and forces Nebraska to punt this football.
Ushini on his own 45. Caden Legion standing on his own 6. Fair catch at the 9. 3:27 left. Nebraska, Iowa tied at 10.
It's time for the main event. Wayfair's Black Friday Savings Spectacular.
How will earning unlimited cash back make you feel? Well, a little like this. And like this. It takes 2 to feel the joy. Earn unlimited 2% cash back. 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay with the Citi Double Cash Card.
A couple of running backs who went over 100 yards last week. We check and see how they've done at this point of the 4th quarter. Emmett Johnson has been the better one. Caleb Johnson has been stuffed on the ground. Did have the giant receiving connection. That win for a touchdown. That's brought to you by Genesis Motor America. Decision time now for Matt Rule. He has 3 timeouts left. Iowa has only 4 total first downs. If they get some stops called, do they start dipping into that timeout pool?
Yeah, definitely. Try to save as much time as you can for Dylan Raiola in the offense.
Toss sweep. Caleb Johnson. Clock stops right there. He did get 6 yards, though. Tony White's group, defensive coordinator for Nebraska, has done an excellent job bottling up Johnson, the #2 rusher in the nation tonight. Said we got to meet physical with physical, force him outside and meet him there. They've done that so far. This is 2nd down 4. To the air, Stratton fires, completes, first down Iowa. Tight end Zach Ortworth picks up 8.
Yeah, that's what you didn't expect to see right here. Jackson Stratton dropping back in this situation. Finds Zach Ortworth for a first down. Good decisive throw right on his body. Clock's moving, and just like we talked about, if you're Matt Rule, you get a stop here, you might think about saving some of this time and calling a timeout.
Got all 3 plus the 2-minute timeout coming up. Kamari Moulton, the tailback. To pass again. Moulton fell down. That's going to be a loss. Didn't get back to the 20-yard line. Clock ticks, likely the last play here until this 2-minute timeout. He lost 3 on that completion. 2-minute timeout. Tied at 10. Nebraska, all 3 timeouts left. Another Nebraska and Iowa game coming down to the very end. The finish in Iowa City awaits on the other side.
Whoa, what is that?
Friday night to claim their 4th consecutive 5A state title. That's the large school classification here in Iowa. Fans focused on these final 2 minutes, all tied at 10. 7-4 Iowa, 6-5 Nebraska. Let's see if the Huskers start thinking about using one of those 3 timeouts. 2nd and 14 here. Jackson Stratton steps up, fires, fastball connects. Short gain, clock ticks. Addison Estrenga, the tight end, gets 7. And now Nebraska uses their first timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska. Their first of the half.
So, Colt, they stop the clock on 3rd down coming up. And so far, Iowa on 3rd down, 0 for 9.
0 for 9. This is a defensive grind. It has been all night. And if you're Nebraska, this is right where you want to be. You played good all game. You gave up a huge play. Didn't tackle well. Now you got Jackson Stratton in this offense to a 3rd down. If you get him off the field, you give Dylan Raiola a timeout, maybe 2 timeouts if they don't have to burn it, and a chance to go down and win this football game. So big for both teams. If you're Iowa, probably going to throw the football, but find Caleb Johnson.
Feels familiar here. You just saw the last 6 games decided by 7 points or less. 10-10 now on 3rd and 7. Haven't converted a 3rd down yet. Stratton steps into one, nowhere near his target. Clock stops, 1:49. Nebraska with 2 timeouts left will get the ball back.
Yeah, this look from above brought to you by Walmart. Here's Jackson Stratton, and Nebraska just finds a way to disrupt him a hair. Here comes big Ty Robinson. Right in his face. Doesn't have enough juice on this football to get outside. Big stop for Nebraska in a huge situation, giving Dylan Raiola in this offense 2 timeouts.
Reese taken to punt. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda on his own 29. Fair catch called for. Could have brought that one back just inside the 20. 1:42 left, tie game here. Final moments coming up.
Hey, my treat today.
Thank you. But I don't think they take that here.
Different town. Hawkeyes win by 3 with a last-second field goal. And then in Lincoln, after an interception in the last minutes, Marshall Meter from 38 yards out And here we are, all tied at 10. If it comes down to that for the Huskers, John Holt is a freshman. And get this, he's from Lincoln, Nebraska. He waits to see what his fellow freshman quarterback, Dylan Raiola, can do. 12 starts into his career, biggest moment yet. Raiola, caught. Did not get out of bounds. Carter Nelson, another freshman. Clock ticks, gains 4.
Clock still ticking, got to hustle up if you're Nebraska. Still got 2 timeouts.
Raiola swings it out of the backfield. Across the 30, fumbled, ball came out! And Johnson got back on it. Nebraska gets a first down. Clock stop, 1:03.
Oh man, every Nebraska fan held their breath right there. Emmett Johnson trying to make a little bit extra yards. Sebastian Castro gets his hand on there.
Now inside of 1 minute, 1st and 10. Raiola, well protected, looking, still looking. Goes to the sideline, completion, and stepping out of bounds is Jalen Lloyd. Gains 8. 45 seconds left. The long for John Holt so far this season, 54. Got to get to Iowa's 37 to put him at that spot.
Got to pressure Dylan Raiola if you're Iowa here. Can't let him stand back there that long. Survey the field, find a completion, get the clock stopped. Iowa's still holding on to 2 timeouts right here.
Huskers also with 2 timeouts. Well, they go to the ground, not much there. 39, 38 seconds. Now the timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska, their 2nd and a half.
Dana Holgerson, Dylan Raiola will figure out the next call here. We'll step aside, 35 seconds left, all tied at 10.
90.
Hey, Chris. Why are you bicep curling a tree?
They're called tricep curls, Molly. I gotta get in shape because Target's Black Friday sale is on now with everything from trees.
Still 25 yards away from being in field goal range. I was all up around the line of scrimmage right now. Looking like they're gonna try to pressure Dylan Raiola here, knowing they've got to get a chunk. We've got one-on-one up top.
Emmett Johnson keeps it, first down. Clock stops temporarily after that gain of 3. They get to Iowa's 37. They're within range of John Holt.
Iowa just has to continue to play bend, don't break. Don't let him get in front of you or behind you. Keep it out, keep everything in front.
Raiola in trouble. Down he goes. Llewellyn thinks he has the ball. No ruling yet.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down prior to the ball coming loose. He just did.
Max Llewellyn knocked that ball out. That ball is out. Max Llewellyn with the sack. It looked like he recovered as well. You heard Chris Coit, the referee, said the ruling is that he was down.
The play is under review. The ruling on the field is the ball was loose and recovered by the defense, first down.
Max Llewellyn, sack and recovery. Clock shows zeros. They'll have to sort this out. Reggie Smith, rules analyst, thinking about the time left on the clock. What should we keep in mind?
Well, what we want to keep in mind here is that with this review, this is going to determine if the ball is out. Remember, the ruling on the field was that he was down by rule. We can clearly see that the ball's loose here with a clear and immediate recovery by Llewellyn. This should be a turnover, Iowa's ball.
Llewellyn gets his arm right in there, strips this ball. Holy cow, what a play by Max Llewellyn. I think you're right, Reggie. I think this is Iowa football.
So, Reggie, how much time should be left? Iowa will have the ball here. The ball's clearly out. Llewellyn recovers. How much time will be left?
Well, replay's going to take a look at everything, including the clock. They'll look to determine how much time will be left once Llewellyn recovered this on the ground, and they'll reset it accordingly.
Okay, so they are sorting that all out. Iowa has a couple of timeouts left. The ball is sitting on the 36-yard line, middle of the field. So now we have the clock. Play clock down to 20. As we've seen, the ball is out, and it's recovered.
So
18 seconds left.
About, 18, 19 seconds.
So we await the call. The crowd is seeing that it's going to be, appears to be Iowa taking over with the ball. They're still taking a look at it. Headset off, here comes the call.
After review, the ruling on the film of a fumble recovered by the defense is confirmed. It's first down, Iowa. Please reset the game clock to 20 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 20 seconds.
So 20 seconds left. Max Llewellyn, Jr. from Urbandale here in Iowa, makes the play. 2 timeouts left for the Hawks. Ball placed on the 36, so Colt, right now it would be a 53-yard attempt. The long for Drew Stevens this year came last week at Maryland from 54 yards out. The wind is at his back.
Yeah, Iowa's got 2 times. I certainly want to get a few more yards here, whether that's Caleb Johnson on the ground. You got to do it quick, calling timeouts, or finding an easy completion for Jackson Stratton. Find the tight ends again.
Caleb Johnson, 2 hands on the ball, gets across the 35. 16 seconds left. They use the first of 2 timeouts left.
30 seconds.
Drew Stevens was not the one to make the game-winning field goal last year at Lincoln. That was Marshall Meter from 38 yards out. You see there, 54-yard long. That was last week. Puts the coat on. Stay warm for as long as he can.
You still got 16 seconds left, so you could easily run another play to Caleb Johnson, let him get a few more yards for the field goal kicker. That's still all in the playbook.
Jackson Stratton has done just enough tonight. 73-yard touchdown pass in the second half to Caleb Johnson.
Just don't want to lose any yardage if you're Iowa.
.16 seconds left. Caleb Johnson. And he did lose yardage, Colt. Loss of 1, 7-6, 1 timeout left. Let it bleed down. Now it stops with 3 seconds left.
Timeout, Iowa, their final timeout of the half, 30 seconds.
They'll trot out Drew Stevens here.
Matt Rule still has 1 timeout left. He might use that to try to ice the kicker here, but a 53-yarder, wind swirling a little bit. Good job by Nebraska's defense, just, again, not giving them anything in the middle. Going back to Max Llewellyn, we called his name a couple times in this game. He is their premier pass rusher, and he found a way at the end of this game to get to Dylan Raiola, strip that ball out, give Iowa some version of a chance at a field goal.
53 yards out. Drew Stevens for the win. Nebraska uses that timeout.
Timeout, Nebraska, their final timeout of the half. It's 30 seconds, timeout, Nebraska.
Good timeout by Matt Rule right there.
He's claiming that's delay of game. That's what Matt Rule wants.
Any kicker, if that call comes in late, that timeout comes in late, they're going to try to get a little warm-up, though. It's just like a quarterback. You toss a couple balls before you go out on the field to kind of warm that thing up.
Another Iowa-Nebraska game coming down to the final seconds and a field goal attempt. This one from Drew Stevens from 53 yards out for the win. Snap, hold, kick. Got it! Hawks win! Iowa last year in Lincoln. 13-10 Iowa tonight in Iowa City. Zora with Kirk Ferentz.
Coach, what did you see from your defense on that last play as they forced a turnover?
Yeah, I mean, they kept us in the game all day long. These guys had a couple drives on us, but our guys kept competing, and sometimes you just got to find a way to win.
Yeah, you found a way to win with a field goal at the end. Get this stat. 4 of the last Black Friday matchups with Nebraska have been decided by a field goal. I'm sure you know that. How much do you all prepare for these situations?
Well, coming in, it's 4.8, I think, the last 6 games or 5 games. So we know it's going to be close and tight. You never know how the game's going to go. This one had no script, but our guys kept fighting them, kept battling. Kalen made a big play for us offensively, and, we got it done.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Doug.
Iowa came into this game #1 in the Big Ten in takeaways. Max Llewellyn with the giant takeaway inside that final minute. You see him celebrating right there with the sack and the recovery. And Drew Stevens from 53 yards out nailed it.
This is what Iowa does best. They play good defense, and they're great on special teams. The difference tonight is the 2 turnovers, the muff punt down here, and then the fumble by Dylan Raiola late in the game. Iowa capitalizes on it, finishes them off with a field goal. Such a defensive battle. This is what you think of when you think of a Big Ten cold rivalry football game.
Iowa playing their style, late turnover, late field goal, and as you saw, that one just snuck in. Had plenty of leg. Matt Rule, almost. Drew Stevens with Zora.
Drew, game on the line, it comes down to you. What do you repeat to yourself in that moment to get it done?
Nothing, the same thing last year. I black out. I have no idea. I don't know how I got here, I don't know how I got there. All instinct.
What do you think of the results?
In the film room, I'm not gonna lie, the first ball is better than the second ball. But it's like a B-ball. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, they tried to ice you there. How did you overcome that?
It's the same things, it's the same kick. I trust our team enough to have my back if I mess up, We all have each other's backs. That's how the team wins. And that's a good team football win right there. So, yeah.
These matchups with Nebraska are always close. What's the significance to you and your teammates of getting this one done?
Oh, man. I don't know if you remember what happened last year, but this one feels real good. I'll tell you what. Yeah, this was 1-1 Marshall. Me and Marshall Mino last year, he hit one because I was struggling, and we love to talk crap back and forth to each other, so 1-1 Marshall.
Kicker's getting it done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Made reference there to Marshall hitting the 38-yard field goal to win in Lincoln. Drew Stevens waited for his chance, and he was ready. Big Ten Special Teams Player of the Week. Now the man of the hour in Iowa City. Hawks win by 3.